Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm KHOU 11 Meteorologist Pat Cavlin here with a look at your forecast as we take it through the next few days. The weather is going to get a lot nicer. We're talking about a little bit of a drop in temperature, but a big drop in humidity as a weak front comes through. And boy, do we need it. 94, the high temperature in the books today. Another day, not only well above normal, but almost record challenging. The record for this day, 96. So that'll stand for another year, but man, we got close to 94 as your high temperature. 73, also the wake up number. We should be in the mid 60s. We will get to that number by the end of the week. This is all just a product of high humidity. That goes away as early as tomorrow evening, but more so Friday into the weekend. Your sunset tonight at 6:58. Temperatures are still warm, upper 80s, low 90s across the board, some mid 80s down at the coast. Our weather headlines look like this. The front arrives tomorrow. So tomorrow will start with a lot of humidity, so don't wake up tomorrow expecting this refreshing, crisp fall morning. Not the case. By the evening, though, things turn nicer, and then it's tomorrow night that we see our first big drop in the numbers. Low 60s to mid 60s in the metro, and then upper 50s in some of those far northern suburbs. Now, the afternoons will stay warm. Again, not a big drop here, but it's the overnight temperatures that are going to feel a lot nicer. Saturday and Sunday are just going to be great. I mean, top tier weekend coming up for the Bayou City Art Festival. Upper 80s Saturday and Sunday, no humidity, a lot of sunshine, a light breeze, just picture perfect weather coming up for both days. Radar has been pretty quiet today. We had a couple of very isolated showers out there. Otherwise, though, a lot of sunshine. All of that activity is starting to settle down. So through the overnight, it's clearing skies. It's still warm because our front is still back to the north. That passes through tomorrow. So we become less humid. We don't start off with lower humidity. We will start off on a muggy note for tomorrow, but humidity drops as the day wears on. And then by Friday, that's the day that you really notice the front. That'll be the first day with our nicer weather here. It'll be a cool start. Temperatures start off 50s and 60s, and then it's a dry, sunny, and warm afternoon. Dew points out there right now, though, are still pretty high. Upper 60s, low 70s, really muggy air. Watch this as the front goes through. It pushes that dark green off the map. That drier color comes in. Dew points drop to the 50s, and it is going to feel so refreshing. Not just Friday morning, but all the way through the afternoon as well, as our dew points crash into the bone dry category, right? So our dew points are measured this a similar way as temperature, right? The lower the number, the lower the dew point, the lower the humidity feels. And so it's going to feel great getting into the weekend. By next week, our dew points do rebound, but only into the not bad category. So it's still going to feel pretty good for the first part of next week. And it's not just the humidity that drops, it's the temperatures as well. So again, Thursday morning, it's still warm. So tomorrow morning, we're still waking up in the 70s. Once the front goes through, it's Friday morning that we see the big change with our wake-up temperatures in the low to mid 60s. And here's more of a closer up view of what those temperatures will look like across the area. 59 for Brenham and Cleveland, 58 for Liberty. I know Conroe, it says 64. We always see Conroe drop to one of our coldest spots on the map. I bet you get to the 50s. Huntsville, 57. So even in the city, we'll be in the low to mid 60s, but it's those areas to the north where we will see the biggest change. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? So this cooler weather will actually stick around. 64 in this city for Friday, 62 in the city Saturday morning, mid 60s again for Sunday, and then we do start to moderate again getting into the start of next week. Now, unfortunately, if you're really looking for that real crisp fall weather, you got to go west because our temperatures across the middle part of the country, in spite of this strong cold front, will actually remain at or above normal all the way through the middle part of the month. On top of that, and this is going to start to become a bigger story as the weeks go on, we don't have any rain in the forecast, not just for the next 7 days. I would say probably for the next 7 to 10 days. We stay dry here across southeast Texas, and that's going to start to become an issue, and here's why. Month to date, right, so the first week into the month, we're already running over an inch rainfall departure. When you look at this, though, year to date, that's where this starts to become a little more stark, a 9.5 inch rainfall deficit. And as that deficit starts to grow in the coming weeks, our drought concerns will start to increase. Right now, there's no official drought in the Houston metro area. There is one just to the west through places like Columbus, Brenham, out towards Wharton County. We get our new drought report in tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked to see some of those drought conditions spreading across the rest of the area. And again, that outlook going all the way through the middle of the month, we are locked in to these drier than normal conditions here in southeast Texas and really across much of the southeast as more unsettled weather stays well to our west. So again, this is something we're going to have to monitor. It's great not having to deal with rain during some of our nicer days of the year with cooler temperatures and having a lot of sunshine. That's great. But eventually we are going to have to get some rainy days in here to help make up some ground for that deficit. In the tropics, we've still got Tropical Storm Jerry as of the 4 p.m. advisory, 60-mile-per-hour storm. Moving to the west-northwest, eventually takes more of that northwest jog and then goes straight north here. Passes by the northern Leeward Islands tomorrow. And then it's off to the races as a Cat 1 hurricane, making a brush by Bermuda, and then it's out to sea like every other storm has been so far. We are watching one little feature here in the southern Gulf, but I'm not worried about it. You should not be either, because this thing is going to go right into mainland Mexico as we get into tonight and tomorrow. And so this is no longer going to be a point of interest. Will be a big rainfall maker, though, for central Mexico getting into tomorrow. But all of that rain will stay to our south. We don't expect any of it to ride up the coast, and the reason for that is the front. As that front comes in, that will act as a barrier to any moisture coming north from the Gulf, and so our weather really stays very quiet here looking ahead. All right, if you're traveling for tomorrow, weather looks spectacular. This is like your typical, your prototypical fall weather, right? Up in the Northeast, 50s and 60s for high temperatures, a lot of sunshine, no humidity. In the Southeast, weather's beautiful from North Carolina back through Tennessee, across the mid-Mississippi Valley, a little more unsettled with showers and storms down through Florida, temperatures 70s, 80s, and then 90s in parts of Florida. For us here in Texas, weather is also looking really good. 92 for our high temperature with dropping humidity tomorrow, 80s elsewhere with mainly sunny skies, and then cooler up towards Kansas City, mid-70s with a mix of sun and clouds. More fall-like weather through the Great Lakes, high temperatures mid-60s with sunshine, beautiful weather, and a little bit warmer here through the plains, 70s and 80s. Back across the southwest, beautiful weather from LA to San Francisco, temperatures in the 70s here with lots of sunshine. Could see a couple storm chances from Flagstaff out towards Vegas as more monsoonal moisture starts to flow north. Hot in Phoenix still with cloud cover, mid-90s. Denver turning warmer as well in the low 80s. And then finally in the Pacific Northwest, turning a little unsettled here as our next storm system moves onshore. So showers from Portland to Seattle, temperatures in the 60s. Beautiful weather, though, for leaf peeping out in the Intermountain West with high temperatures in the 70s and 80s with lots of sunshine. All right, back here at home for tonight, 72, your low temperature under mainly clear skies. Tomorrow is the day that the front arrives. So this is going to be our transitional day, right? Humidity drops. So we start the day with high humidity and warm temperatures in the 70s. As the day goes on, humidity slowly drops. Temperatures do turn warm again, but it'll be a beautiful day with a lot of sunshine. All right, there's that 7-day forecast. It'll be a cool start for us on Friday, mid-60s for your wake-up temperature. 90 will do it for your high. And then the real cool weather comes in for the weekend. So 62 Saturday morning, again, more 50s for the suburbs. 88 then is your high temperature. Mid-60s to start on Sunday. 89 is your high temperature. And then the overnight temperatures get a little bit warmer by the beginning of next week as a slight increase in humidity comes back. High temperatures, though, pretty much staying put around 90 degrees. So again, our normal high this time of year in the mid-80s. So we do stay above that across the board, but I don't think we're going to be seeing record-setting temperatures anytime soon once we get beyond tomorrow. All right, that's a look at your forecast. Coming up at 8 o'clock here on KHOU 11+, we have a look at the tropics and what's brewing out there. And then, of course, we'll have an update on this forecast coming up on the KHOU 11 News at 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching.